Yes, people, welcome to the first player rating show of the season. This should be interesting. Manchester United have beaten Wolves, don't know how, but we have 1-0, first game of the season. OT Miles.
Yeah, man.
I know you're always very critical, even when we win, in general.
Yeah, I just want
got high standards.
I just want to thank Man United for the improved internet in the stadium because I was able to cuss out their clout in real time. In real time.
Mate, mine weren't even really working like that as well.
Bro, mine was working. I had,
Like things. Did you see the email before? 16,000 kiosks are meant to be a bit faster as well.
Oh God, bloody hell. Okay, so yours was working. But Andre Onana, out of 10.
Yeah, the one shining light in everything we did today. Really composed, kicking out, catching, all that good stuff. He looks like he'll be good. A lot of people are saying that he will cost us points as De Gea saved us points, but I don't believe that. In general today, I'd give him a 7 just because we had that little blunder at the end, which probably was a penalty, I won't lie to you. So, yeah, man.
We're getting a 7 for Onana there. You like that? Everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I didn't see the penalty. I would have given him higher, but I didn't see that, so
You're doing a Wenger. You still ain't seen it. You've been here for about an hour after your thing. You still ain't seen it yet.
No.
I didn't see.
I didn't see it because I didn't want to see it.
Yeah, you know. When you do tactical view, mate, yeah, you better watch that back. Right back. I feel like you're too. There you go. Wan-Bissaka.
I'll give him an 8. He was quite good. He got the assist.
Okay.
A nice cross. And at moments when no one else could control the ball, somehow the guy you looked to control the ball was Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So.
Yeah. 8. Wow, that's quite high actually.
It's high.
I probably would have went with a 7.
Yeah, give him a 7.
Okay.
Sorry, he has added one more move to his repertoire, which is a little step
That
over
little-
thing. The little step over thing.
always does that one.
That's new.
He either does the step over one or he does the whole like he just puts all his weight that way. But the opposite player always goes.
Yeah.
Always goes for it and be faint, you know what I mean? Centre backs. Martinez taken off at half time.
I know. I was wondering if he got taken off because he was on a yellow and Shaw was on a yellow and was Bissaka on a yellow as well.
I actually can't remember. He was on a yellow though. He was on a yellow. Martinez was on a yellow.
So I'm just wondering if maybe it was a bit like, right, I've got 3 or 2 of my back 4 on a yellow, let me take him off. So I'd give him a 6 because I don't think he did anything wrong, but he didn't do anything like amazingly good either, did he?
Yeah.
Nah, I'd actually be harsher than that with him. He's a player that you expect a lot from. He's a really, really good player. And the reason he got taken off was because he was an idiot. He was on a yellow card and he kept steaming into tackles. There were 2 or 3 times when he could have got himself sent off. And whatever you want to say, the most important thing is if you're on a booking, don't get yourself sent off. And Ten Hag had to save himself. He's better than that.
On the edge, yeah. And the fact that Ten Hag didn't trust him in that moment to play through that as well. He said, no, it's getting you out.
I don't think anyone in the stadium actually trusted him. I think everyone thought he was going to get himself sent off.
Yeah, he went into that one where he actually did get it.
There was one where he lost the ball and then went in afterwards.
Yeah, I thought he was going to bring it back. Yeah,
I thought he was as well.
Yeah. It's actually a smart move. It does say that, you know, we should be able to rely on him in them situations to play through that. We should. You spend a lot of money on him and we rely on him. I can't be having you coming off every time you got a yellow card. So he needs to learn from that as well.
Yeah, it's passion, and I think he's frustrated that things aren't working the way they should with the rest of the team. But at the same time, you've got to play with your head sometimes as well.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Miles?
100%. Yeah. There were a few tackles that it was like, oh, if he made that tackle, he would have got a red, and he had to back away from it. It's very silly to get a yellow so early, bro. Honestly.
Sold himself against Cunha as
There was a bit
well.
of bodyguarding in it though, because they were being quite heavy-handed with us, and I feel like none of our players were kind of putting in the same sort of tackles, and then Martinez was a bit like Roy Keane, like. Oh,
Yeah, but he's got that in him.
Us, we're gonna hit you.
But if you don't control that aggression, then
I
exactly. A little bit of rain now as well. Let's move it on. Absolutely. Raphael Varane, the ghost of Rafe the Phantom.
Maybe I'm being generous with this again, but I'll give him an 8. And the reason I'll give him an 8 is because I think not just the goal. Obviously, the goal was really important because none of our forward players were turning and going to score, so it had to be the defenders. But I think beyond that, the number of times when we play so man-to-man in the press, all over the pitch, that if anyone loses their duel, doesn't make their tackle, the whole team are thrown into recovery mode.
That's what happened.
And the number of times it was him that saved everybody else. He was covering both sides fullbacks when they got sucked in the press. He was covering the middle of the pitch at times as well. He was doing pretty much everything. So I think he was brilliant.
And that's with Wolves getting like 20 odd attempts at our goal as well. It wasn't like we completely shut them out. But obviously we got a clean sheet. But you know what I mean? The attempts that they had, it weren't a shutout. Do you know what I mean? But do you give an 8 for Varane?
Yeah, he didn't have a bad game. I wouldn't give him an 8 because Onana is an 8 for me, but I'd give him a 7. But yeah, he didn't have a bad game. And like you were saying, actually, you reminded me that he was actually the one having to sweep up for a lot of people. So yeah.
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw is a tough one for me because like people have clouded my judgment. People are trying to say that, oh, he had a wicked game, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. But like, yellow, you know, an early-ish yellow as well. Like, okay.
Yeah, but that was because bloody Garnacho give a crap pass away.
Yeah,
again, talk about recovery, man. You have to go steaming in. It is a yellow, I get it.
Yeah.
But again, that was Garnacho.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, I guess he did have to, yeah.
You know what I mean? He was stretching.
Yeah.
He was through, he was gone.
Yeah, I guess he did have a hard time with Garnacho on the wing as well. So, in fairness to him, so yeah, I mean, yeah, he wasn't the worst one.
At the end as well.
Say again. Yeah. He wasn't the worst
It wasn't a
one.
mate. You saying 8?
Yeah. He wasn't the worst one of our back four. No, he wasn't an 8 for me. No chance.
Yeah.
No chance.
What are you saying?
I give it.
You want to go 6?
Just
You want to go 6? You want to go 6?
seven.
Go what you want, bro.
Just a 7. No, it's like borderline 7, boy.
All right, cool. We've got a 7 there. Let's go into midfield. It's going to get interesting. Casemiro today.
6. I think he was. I thought he was quite sloppy with some of his passing. Not enough power on quite a lot of it. Just kind of almost just like it and hoping that somebody would be there instead of actually trying to fizz it off to someone. And then there was right near the end, he got the ball and he's running up the middle of the pitch. The Wolves player must have been about 20 yards behind him. Ended up catching up to him.
He was knackered by that
I
point,
know
yeah.
he was, but you can't be like, he's a professional footballer. He needs to be playing 90 minutes. You can't just be like, all right, well, when he gets the last 10 minutes, we'll cut him a bit of slack. I just think the whole midfield, I thought, got overrun quite a lot. You know, they kept making the breaks through, playing through throughout the whole game.
Collective thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
So I'd give him a 6. I don't think he was.
Yeah,
great.
I think early on he hit some good passes out wide, some good passes around the corner. But then early on, straight after that, the signals were there that this was going to be a long evening because the midfield, on a whole, just had massive gaps in it.
Yeah, I mean, when he was sitting, the bits he did well were winning the ball back.
Yeah.
But weirdly, some of our best moments came when he pushed higher up and someone else rotated deeper to actually play with the ball. So it's frustrating because he saved so many good chances, and as you said, we conceded a lot of good chances anyway. Yeah. But he saved it from being even worse. But at the same time, because he was there, we weren't as good on the ball. So
it cancels itself out. What were we giving him?
Yeah, 6 as well.
6. Do you agree with that?
5. He had one good half, one bad half for me. Yeah. Towards the end, looking leggy. And actually, as the years go on, okay, he's only been us. This is his second season with us now. But you're seeing that he's a year older, bro, and you can see it. So, and I can see why Ten Hag is looking for a backup, which will probably supersede him very, very soon if he keeps playing like that, in my opinion.
He always does take a while to get going, though. You see that with players of that sort of body type. Luke Shaw is one of them as well. Yeah. They do tend to take a little bit longer to get going at the start of the season.
He's not massively mobile, Casemiro. That's not his game. He senses the danger to get there before it becomes a massive problem. Once it is a problem, you don't fancy him with somebody who's tight and rolled him and he's got to chase. It's not really his game. And he definitely don't fancy him to be starting attacks and, you know...
He got booked against Palace, didn't it, when it cost us... Because he lunged in because the guy had gone past him.
All right, we'll quicken it up a little bit now to the rest of the midfield. Mason Mount.
I'll give him a 6. That's probably generous. He worked really hard. Technically getting it wrong all the time in terms of body position to receive, wasn't very brave. I can see maybe he was nervous. It's first game at Old Trafford, first Premier League game anyway. I think it must have been nerves because he wasn't really receiving the ball properly, wasn't very aggressive, didn't drop in at the right times, wasn't very intense in his actions. He did work hard out of possession to win it back, but...
I would give him a 5, if I'm honest. I would give him a 5. 5? Everyone agree with 5, yeah?
I would say, though, I think out of all the corners we had, I think he put in the best 2 deliveries.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's probably the best thing he did all night, actually.
I know that's not good enough to say. I keep him on the pitch, but
yeah, 5. Bruno Fernandes.
Oof, captain. I can't really say he put in a captain's performance, in my opinion. A lot of misplaced passes, stuff that I really didn't like. And if this is the same Bruno we're going to see from last season, then I'm just a little bit tired of it. I'm not going to lie. So many misplaced passes, and he was supposed to be the creator, not putting balls into the box properly at all. It was a real waste of having him in that position today. He doesn't get more than a 5 for me, not even a 6. For me, he was that poor. He's supposed to be the person who's instrumental in helping finish our attacks off, and he did none of that today for me.
I think I'll go less than a 5. I'll be honest. I'll be honest, mate. He made the pass before the pass. He had that one bit of quality. Everything else, I think, was atrocious. I'll be honest. That pass before the pass brings it up to a 4, maybe. I thought he was that bad.
I agree that I don't think he had a great game, but I don't think... Rashford didn't have a great game.
Yeah, we ain't got there yet.
I know.
We ain't got there yet. Mate, he might be a 0. Don't worry about that, mate.
I just think 4's. I would have said 5 or 6. I think you.
Definitely not 6.
All right, well, if you're going 5, then all right, then 5. We've got mid. I'm doing peer pressure in it. Yeah.
No, actually, no. That's rude of me. Your opinion's your opinion. If you think you played 6, come in a bit.
Just wrong.
Yeah. If you think you played 6, you think you played 6. But yeah,
no,
so
5. No, 5. What are you on about? No. I just for me, 5 and 6 is kind of like a baseline. He didn't do anything that I was like, oh my God, you could have cost us the whole game. You could have thrown everything away. And he was part of the pattern of play to create the goal.
Yeah, he was.
And sometimes them risky passes aren't going to come off, but when they do come off, they're beautiful. So
he was doing things where even the risky ones, the basics he was doing.
Nah, but today it wasn't
bad,
risky.
Man. He was bad.
Bad
Well, watch it back, mate. He had a period. He had like a 6-minute period.
He just kept putting the same ball in the box.
You know, like when a player's like where you're
every
literally,
time.
if he weren't a captain, you got to come off. You got to come off. Then he's, my foot's hurting. That's it. He was bad. I love Bruno. I always defend him, especially from people outside the club. He's ours. Like, we have to love him and that he's our captain. But you have to call out what you see. He was really poor today.
No,
I can't hide it.
I respect what you're saying.
Yeah. But a 5, a 4 here. You went with a 5 as well, but you get the gist of that. Let's go to the front line. Garnacho.
It's the difference between being a great impact player and a great starter. When you're starting a Premier League game against a fullback, they're going to want to put one in on the early doors. They'll keep doing it.
Semedo had an easy evening, didn't he?
Welcome to the Premier League. This is what it's about.
Yeah, this is the real, like, when you're going to start games. Yeah, it's all right when people are a bit tired. Come, listen, the last time we played against Semedo, he was knackered and he ran through, sat him down and scored. That shows the difference. A fresh Semedo, first game of the season. Semedo said, yeah? You think you can come on a 90th minute and do that? Watch now. And he kind of clamped him up, and he didn't even have to clamp him up. He just was making really bad decisions.
The only thing I'll say is he could have been helped by quicker service. If he had more passes fizzed into him, actually he can then get his man.
Like the one Onana did, and it bounced up, hit off him, and went out.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, let's quicken it up. Rashford.
Yeah, like 5. I don't think he did.
5.
Yeah, mate, I told you baseline. Like, I don't think any of them did anything extremely horrible.
Really?
Yeah, like he had a bad game. Yeah, he did have a bad game, but he's leading the line. He's on the left. Like we've also got to remember we spent 80 odd million on a striker, and we ain't got no striker, right? Well, I'm just saying, like the pattern of play, I don't think he had a bad game, but he didn't have an awful game. Like we still won.
He was awful, man.
Maybe right, fair enough. I'll probably.
We got a stinker in the place today. But this is what opinion's about. But what did you see that made it higher than a 3?
Because he was making.
I need to know.
What made it higher than a 3 is he didn't just sit down in the middle of the pitch and go on then. He was still playing. I just think 5, mate, is baseline.
Right, he's gone 5.
Because then when somebody does something horrible, where are you going to go? Because you gave him a 3 the week before.
Then it'll be a 0, mate. And Marcus Rashford could have been a 0 today.
Honestly, I'd give him a 1 or a 2. Yeah. I think he was horrible.
Yeah. He was bad today,
and part of it is he doesn't recognise, he's trying to always come short, always be the focal point. But if there's half the pitch behind you to run.
Okay.
And the one that really pissed me off was he didn't press at all game, didn't want to get stuck in. The one time he decides to, he sprints 50 yards across the pitch to get to their left centre-back or whatever. He gets the ball, sprints, gets past him, almost creates a chance out of it. But why would you do it when you've got to run 50 yards, but you don't do it when the guy's 5 yards away from you or 10 yards away? There's nothing going on up here. It doesn't make any sense.
There's a couple of times where I think he cut inside in the box where he didn't need to cut inside and he could have tried a shot. Yeah. But I just, mate, it's still.
Too late, you gave him a 5, bro.
You agreed. Like what? 2, 3, 1, like
3. Just real quick. Before the game starts, they're all warming up, and I'm seeing Rashford laying the ball from close to the keeper, and he wouldn't even side foot them into the bottom corner, and they're all going wide. I'm like, brother, that's why this guy is not a striker, because he can't even side foot it when we need him to. All them Ronaldo shots, do it from way back when, but you're right in front of goal, and he still was like, bro, whacking it. Horrible.
He was poor today. Anthony.
I don't know if I want to give my rating. I got a 4, a 3. Like, I thought it was poor.
That's the one you probably would say a 5. That's probably the 5. The Anthony one's probably a 5 or a 4.
Why?
Like,
what did he do?
Nothing.
Do you think so, Flex?
5.
Oh, he was the worst player for me on the pitch.
No, he weren't the worst.
What were you watching?
Rashford was the worst.
The game.
So you think he was worse than Rashford?
No, I wanted him off. I wanted him off before the half ended, bro.
Yeah, but Garnacho was worse.
Yeah, Garnacho was pretty crap, to be fair.
Garnacho should have come off half time.
Do you know what? Anthony was just a frustration.
Well, the whole front three was dreadful.
Yeah, Anthony was just a frustration of you're still not even trying to take on a man, not even once, bro.
No, he got past a couple.
He did a few times.
He
Yeah,
dropped the
he
shoulder and got
definitely
past man a good few times in the first half.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's wicked, by the way.
fair enough.
But he did.
No, do you know what? No, do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? We had a wasp bothering us. I must have
He weren't. Look, I'm not saying he was really good, but he weren't the worst. He's probably actually the best out of the front three. That's how low the bar was tonight. All right, cool. Let's do the substitutions really quickly. Christian Eriksen.
Oh, non-existent.
Yeah, just
standard.
kept it ticking over.
I'll give Sancho deserves a bit though.
Yeah.
I'll give him
about a bit.
maybe a 6 or a 7. Like I thought he was pretty good when he came on.
Yeah, Scott McTominay, bit of an NA. Just there you go. And Palestri worked his socks off, didn't he? Should have run to the corner and just kept it, but didn't. Came on. Good recovery run. Give him that, but again, flat 5. Nothing really there. There you go. Some really.
Lindelof.
Oh, he was good.
Actually,
I thought he was actually miles better than Martinez. I'd give him a 7 probably.
Yeah,
I thought he was
got
actually
spun
really
once. Got spun once, but other than that, you just know what you're getting with Lindelof, innit? You just know he's going to come on and always play a 7 or start and play between a 6 and a 7 every game. Is that right? Is that everyone? Yeah. Okay. Cool. There's your player ratings. Let us know if you agree or disagree. Some wild takes today.
I won't be doing another one.
But yeah, 3 points in the bag, and see you again soon. Peace.